now that I've been put through. I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What's up guys, Masta Styles here, back with another Eternal Evolution video, and today we're going to be talking about the new SP hero that was recently added to the game. What I've noticed is that a lot of people are complaining about her at one copy. Can you please name me one hero in the game that at one copy is super duper OP? I know you're gonna probably point at Heimdall there or whoever, but at the same time, it's just one copy. You gotta remember that. Keep that in mind. So I already have 4 copies of her. I'm thinking that I might bring her to EX30 within this video because, again, my thought process is I kind of want to see what she can bring to the table at EX30 versus doing EX30 maxed out. That's 3 different videos with possibly the same talking points. So that's kind of my thought process there. Obviously, you want to see the damage as it goes, but for me, it's more so when it even comes to triple S heroes, I just bring them to EX30. I don't do no mythic tests, but it is an SP hero. So first up, one other thing I want to take a look at. This place is perfect for it. Let's take you out, you out, you out, you out. So we can actually, I want, what's his name? Canis. Let's bring Canis in here for a reason. You'll see why I want to bring Canis. So first off, let's stop it there. Turn off Canis. All right, let's see if the size of these 9-tailed foxes get any bigger, right? I got to keep an eye on the time. And she's going to pop her ultimate here. They're the same size. What I want to see is this. Let's make one big like that. They should be getting to that size. That's how they should look. But again, that's Canis's effect. They are not growing in size. According to the ultimate skills, the foxes are supposed to gain in size. So she pops her ultimate, they still look the same, right? That is that there. And again, for me, I'm like, okay, that doesn't work well. So that means that there may be other things that are not working correctly. So let's actually get out of there. I just wanted to see that so you can kind of see a comparison, what it could possibly look like. I'm just saying because it only makes sense. Like, Canis has the ability to gigantify summon creatures and also other heroes. So let's actually hop over to her here and see what I got for Garen. For Garen, I was thinking, okay, because of her ultimate skill here, where let's get the extra details here, where it says casts her ultimate skill, all 9-tailed fox on the battlefield goes berserk, making them grow larger, recovering 600 energy, so they gain a full energy bar, and increase all attributes and damage reduce effect 2 × 2 for 10 seconds. So let's hop back over to the gear. So this was kind of my thought process. Try to get to at least 50 crit rate. That way, when she casts her ultimate, that should technically be 100, is it not? And if you look here, we gained 5% crit rate, and you can see that's already 51, right? And also, I'm running 16% on the gem and another 16% from the commander. So that's kind of another way to get around running crit damage gloves, right? That's kind of my thought process there. I could be right and I could be wrong. Again, obviously it's up to you. Depending on what your substats are looking like, you can run crit right here. But for right now, I'm at crit damage. And of course, as you can see, I already brought it 3 stars. So that's what it's going to be. And of course, I have attack here and attack here. That's fairly simple. Over here, you can run either Overload or Sun Signet. That's the gears there, nothing too crazy. I thought something along the lines of a lot of people were saying accuracy, but I don't really see anything that has to do with accuracy. Yes, she can stun, but it doesn't say anything about accuracy, right? Let's see if we can find it here. Right here. It says nothing about accuracy based off of the when the Ninetales do their ultimate. So it's interrupt their charge and stunning them for 1.5 seconds. So again, we don't necessarily need accuracy. I could be wrong, maybe I'm missing it here, but as of right now, we don't need accuracy. So let's actually take her into battle here. I have a couple of places. So to go back to my previous theory, we are here, 18-4. The team that I was thinking was, let's get them out of here and actually just upload this. Yes, we're missing people. No, we're not. The theme that I was thinking, because again, with this boss, the energy regen is very slow. So I'm like, how do you get around the energy regen? So with Alu up here, I completely forget if Anpu does a lot of damage here. Alu, we need that there. We'll put Jaxi back here and run her because, and actually, I think we take out Anpu here. Because I did this team yesterday and I completely forgot how I was running it. Okay, I think this is it here, right? So this is kind of my thought process. Alu, whenever your summoned creatures die, she gives you energy back. The new hero does the same thing. Purin does the same thing of giving you energy regen. So let's see how they do here, because normally Vanguards are the ones that you have to use on this boss. So let's just keep an eye on the energy regen here. Look at Sif. Sif is moving very fast, right? So that's kind of the thing here, where this is another alternative team you can use with your Vanguards. As for her being at 1 copy, I could test that out if you want. But for right now, their damage is okay, but remember, they can't crit. So if they could crit, this thing would be so much easier. They would actually probably one-shot this. So what starts happening is, once the boss's damage starts to ramp up, things start to get a little bit different. But I just want to run through it here real quick with just being at 4 copies and see how it is versus, I'm going to take her up to the next level, because again, I don't want to have to do 2 videos to talk about the same talking points. No, I'm not doing all of that. I have 4 copies. I've used her enough. She's okay enough to, do what she needs to. I cleared 29. 30 is a little bit tough in Crimson Abyss. But here, I also have the tempered gears. As you see in the previous video, I didn't really have tempered gears on her. But Sif is obviously the carry. Anpu here, him not critting, he just doesn't do it for me. But again, it's better. This team is better than what most teams would do. Most teams, they get wiped out very fast because of the lack of energy regen. So Jaxity's a little in trouble there. But again, we'll go through this real quick, and actually we'll stop it right here. We'll stop it right here. The reason I'm stopping it right here is because I just want to bring it to the next level. I'm not going to go through this whole video with her at this 4 copies. So let's bring her up to 6 copies and see what she brings. We'll bring her up to EX30 and see, because now she has that revive. The revive is connected to her EX30. If you go back to the patch notes, it sounds like she has multiple revives, and I even mentioned that in my video. It's only 1. Then don't say that it's times. You don't put times. It's just revive. You don't need to say times, right? But that's my only gripe there. Let's actually take her up to the next level. I know you guys wanted me to do 4 copies, but let's not play none of these games, because when I do triple S heroes, I don't do mythic testing. So we're gonna take her up to 6 copies and see what she brings to the table. Because of right now, she's only doing a 1.1 billion damage here. So let's get on out of here. Give me a second. I'll be right back, because this guy has been a wall, and I want to take this guy down. He's very annoying. And I don't want to have to wait till the new Vanguard comes out for me to actually clear this, right? All right. So here she is, the next level, right? And also we gain another additional 9% off of her talent. So now we jumped up to 60% crit rate. Amazing, right? So now let's actually hop back over there and see what she brings to the table, and then we'll go even further into challenging level 30 of Crimson Abyss. So let's see how she does here now. Remember, she only did 1.1 billion damage. Oh, I completely forgot something. All right, here she is, EX30. Let's see what she brings. I want that EX40, but again, I have enough to do it. But remember, in the next update, there's going to be a new hero. It's going to take me some time to bring her to EX40. So let's actually hop back over there, see what we can do for this Vanguard boss here. And of course, the theory that I had with the constant energy regen from the summons dying, of course, Purin's additional energy regen makes the stage bearable. Because again, when you're not running Vanguards, the first thing that's going to happen is your team's just going to get wiped out from the range attacks. So here we go here. Sif is the main damage dealer. Again, with Sif, you see, she don't even need a crit to be doing big damage, which is pretty awesome. Of course, we could switch out Jaxity for maybe Anpu, but I just like him there because he helps out with additional summons. Because when Anpu pops his summons, you got to think about it this way, right? When Anpu pops his summons, there's 3 in the circle. You need to keep at least, I think, at least 3 or 4. Because if it's a situation where Gobo dies and then now Anpu pops his ultimate, there's only going to be the 2 foxes in there. So again here, as you can see, she's doing way more damage. I think where I paused it was like a few seconds left, right? If I can remember off the top of my head. But of course, I wish Jaxity would just stay in the back there, which would have been nice. But he decides he want to come up here. So again, it's just another team. I think I could switch her there, right? What is going on at her feet? You see it too, right? They just ran. Oh, that's just from the Purin effect there. But still, they're going. Of course, losing Jaxity there is tough because what's going to happen is once one of these big summons die, then you start losing your heroes. But the constant regen between Purin and also Alu, they're not going to fall down. I just wish they could do more damage. But again, for me, the way I'm looking at this is an additional team that can help you out here. Because normally the Vanguards attack this and then that's it. That is the end of the day for me. So I'm not going to go through the rest of this. There's nothing I could do to pretty much change it. They now have a warning. If I hit the skip button, I hit the skip button. Well, I guess it's great to have that safety because sometimes maybe you accidentally press it and that's that. So not much else we can do there. They put up 9 billion damage. That's better than what anybody else is going to do. I'll tell you that right now. Unless you have an additional set of Vanguards that can attack it. But for me, that's primarily been my wall. And now that I have an additional team that can do some more damage to it, I think my Vanguards do about 14 billion if I remember off the top of my head. Or 10, I can't remember off the top of my head. But that is that there. They help out. I'm not mad at that. So one other place I wanted to try was Crimson Abyss, of course, level 30. I've been testing it, but that was when she was only at 4 copies. Now that I have her here at, we can even put her up front. Let's see that revive. I want to test that out. Can you move? Thank you. Just in the way. Who else? I'm not gonna bring Anpu. Actually, we'll bring Anpu just so you can see what ends up happening to him, which is weird. It's so weird to me. I can't use Purin here, of course, because Purin's gonna end up dying. Alu works, strangely enough, that she doesn't take enough damage. And let's see what happens here. Does he target her? Yep, he does. Instead of the summon creatures that are in front of him. But she handled that nicely, took that bite to the face and said, I don't really care. So here comes the first jump. I don't think, oh, he's going to survive. He's lucky. He's in invincibility. That's the only reason why he survived. Because other than that, he was about to die. Alu took a big amount of damage, but she held it down. So here, she's doing amazing damage. Like her damage just ramps up so crazy. Like you'll look, there's a moment where she's just doing like 2-3 billion damage. Sif is behind here, strangely enough. And let's see, we have, did they already jump? What just happened? Something just happened there. And of course, keep in mind if the game crashes, because there's a lot of extra bodies on the field, there isn't much I can do with that. So Ampu look like he's about to catch up here because, of course, those additional dead summons is his thing. He loves that. He feeds off of that. But just watch her damage here. Of course, Ampu is similar to that of, what's his name? Dominic. I was blanking out there. Dominic, because, Dominic with his mark. So that's why it was so hard for you to power crab Dominic, or out DPS Dominic, I should say. So see, Ampu falls there. This is the same thing that happened in 29. But the question is, can we beat it? And of course, her damage is just insane. Like, she just went up a bit. She's doing 1 billion damage. Just take a look. You can rewind it and watch the change. So she's at 15 there. She literally just went up by 1 billion damage in no time. So she's taking this shit out. So I can only imagine if they were max, then see, look at that. That's weird. What is that? I'm telling you, the game, yep. How did Jackson die? I don't know. This is weird. So we're gonna end up losing this because, again, we don't have enough bodies on there to stay alive. I did try Maz because I tried this before. I tried Maz. Maz, again, it's the same problem. Alu is dead, and of course, once this happens, that's it. It's the blowback that beats us now, which is, good, because at least it's not the jump. The jump isn't the problem. That means that we need to do more damage quicker, right? Because if we would have did more damage up front, then that way we wouldn't have to worry so much about the blowback. But maybe we could take our Ampu and switch over to another hero, but his damage is necessary. So it's back to the drawing board and trying to beat 30. Of course, 29, we beat that. I'm not going to put y'all through that. Another place I could think of is, of course, here, 23. Actually, give me a second here. I'm going to actually get out of the game because I know if I continue to play, it's going to crash. Yeah, give me a second here. So we're back. I just wanted to quit out of that because I want to go through this part here and then get to this part, clearing this part, and then get here, and only for it to crash. So we're going to take out a mod there and put in her, and this one here is so annoying. Like, the most annoying part about this is actually Serverly. Serverly is ridiculous, man. What? That green circle just eats your team alive. Why isn't Wama getting back here? Actually, no. Let's put Canis, because Canis is always the one that is more squishy. Canis need that additional HP. Of course, Panda would work. Let's see. We have that there. We have that there. Okay. They don't really need all of that, do they? I think the tanks would need that. Okay. Oh yeah, and of course I had to bring this up because originally I was like, I had it at 3 and I brought it to 6 because I needed that additional crit damage. So let's take a look at our crit rate here. Her crit rate is 92%, which is pretty good, and then she doubles that. So when she casts her ultimate, so she's sitting pretty right there in terms of crit rate. So going with that crit rate gloves, obviously you'll need that additional crit rate from the commander and also from her gems there. So again, the boss isn't the problem. The first fight is the annoyance. So I'll see you in a second. Hopefully this is quick. Man, hate these first battles. I do. They're so annoying. So that was actually easier than I thought. Usually the tanks, they just struggle with that first part. So let's see here. Again, we should be able to beat this. I don't see why not, right? We didn't really have a problem with the other ones, right? So again, if Purin's in here, the damage is going to be ramped up. We could take out Jack City, maybe putting Purin, but we don't necessarily need Purin right now. I don't think the boss is that crazy because if all the healing that's going on. But I do like that this effect that I need to get to EX40. So this effect just lasts the whole time. Increase the damage. Their damage is going to be crazy when she gets to EX40. Because this thing is going to be on a whole battle, which is going to be intense. I love that. So she's out here doing most of the damage. Wow. Ampu's getting pushed back. Don't tell me no nothing about anything. And Sif is saying, I could give you a run. So that's A7 Sif there. I want to get her to Awaken 8. Ampu's still good. Don't get me wrong. Ampu's still great. Obviously, if you take Sif off of here, Ampu's second. But again, Ampu doesn't have his typical pieces. But Jaxity's there. So don't want to hear it. Sif's taking the lead. Say, yeah, you could be however much amount you want to be. I'm still gonna out DPS you. But I already said it that eventually Sif will get to the point where she starts out DPS and Anpu. But that there's fairly simple. That was 23. I think we can potentially beat 24 too. So that is that there. Now the next part of the video is PvP. With this summoner team here, again, we don't gain any of that. We don't get the 5 out of 5 here. So we end up getting 3 out of 4. Okay. So of course here we're running Alu, Sif, Jaxity, Anpu, Maz because we have to, and because of the 6-man, of course. And if we don't run Maz, we'll go right into Windfear, which makes sense. We can also run Miranda. I've seen people run Miranda. Well, we'll try it because it does reduce the damage. But let's see. We'll try it just for the sake of the video. Obviously, Maz increases your HP, which helps out with Alu and also Jaxity. But we'll try Miranda and see if it really makes a difference. Because the problem is that first initial damage, which is insane. Right there, and she didn't even cast off. She finally did it, like towards the end. Right? Look at how long it took her to cast her ultimate. What was going on there? And Sif is already dead, right? Right? Yeah, but she came back to life. Ampu's dead. Everybody's dead. But Ravenna is just a lot to deal with. It really is. I'm like, is it me or did Ravenna get stronger? Because before we were beating this team, so maybe he made some changes to his team. She's still alive. I just realized she's all the way over there. But the good thing about this is that if they could just get closer and just tap Ravenna one time. And their execution is only 10%. Why is it 10%? It's not that great. It should be like 15 or 20 because it is a SP hero. And we're in trouble here because it's now pointed at her. So this is a problem we run into. It's like they don't do enough damage against shield units, and she's trying to heal herself, but not much we can do there. Let's see, I think she's dead here. Is this the first dead, second dead? Look, she should be dead. Even if you're under shield, shouldn't he just kill you, execute you, right? It should it not? It doesn't make any sense. It's just a knockback. She's dead. They're gonna die. They can't get in close. That's it. You see, the shield, man. The shield. So annoying. It's just so frustrating. And that's the problem there. You just cannot get in close to Ravenna. I've tried a couple of things. Let's run that back one more time and see. Where's our boy at? All right, let's actually take a look at his things here. So he got a reduce damage over there. And what else does he have? Summoners. I never understand that. Why are you running summoners? So he got a lot of damage, crit rate, crit. Wow, okay. A lot of damage coming in early. Can't really do much about that. Let's go to Maz here. But she will die up front. They both will die up front. Let's actually put her here and see if that helps. Because kind of you want to protect Jaxity a little bit, because what ends up happening is that Jaxity is literally squishy. In this situation, Jaxity ended up being squishy. One other thought I had too was, instead of running the damage reduction here, just do the siphoning of the energy. That could be one way to go. But let's see what we got here. And I should have. Okay, so see, instantly thing gets wiped out, which is good. Can we gain some type of... Oh, Anpu's dead. It's just so annoying. The damage that they're putting out is so intense. And again, right? Oh yeah. One other thing we could do is run the compass. But here we go, we're going in close. Just so frustrating. Gobo can get stunned? Really? Why is he stunned for so long? He was just there we go. It should be over now. Gobo just need to slam down a little bit. Love that Ravenna's pointing that ultimate the other way. And yo, her in the middle is just so annoying. You cannot do anything about it. So she's not gonna gain no shields now, which is great. So she's gonna die. There you go. Stomp her out. Nobody. And there we go. But that's what it took. At least we didn't have to change around no gems. Sif with a new SP hero is what it takes to take that down. But again, that energy team there, I guess it got better. So I want to see the other one. All right, so here, this is the other energy team. I think this is less. It should be a lot easier. Let's see. Skanu got erased right away. But I'm telling you, Ravenna in that middle row is just so crazy, man. Like, what? It's nuts. Like, to how good she is in that second row. What I'm realizing is that if they can, go on the other side of Ravenna, she ends up targeting the summons and she kind of get distracted. So another person could be an assassin. Like, putting an assassin on his team would make for it interesting. But we know we can beat some energy teams, right? What can we do against Awaken 10 Korra? I think he switched his team over to Summoners. Man, there was somebody I know that was on my friend list. Let me see if I can find an Awaken 10 Korra here. I went through all of my friends and I realized that only thing I've been seeing is energy and Summoners, right? Energy Summoners. That's all I've been seeing throughout this whole friend list here. We could go against energy again, but it's either we win or we lose. That's generally how energy goes. I wanted to just find the A10 core. The only person that I know that had the assassin team that they were running was, of course, our cross server rival. And another thing too, the compass. I have the compass, but I just like using revitalization crystal because of the gems that they bring to the table, and we're not beating that. So see, look, he's running 3 of the energy increase. Let's just see how does that work, right? With everybody having their ultimate off rip, I think that might be a way to go. And see here, we end up losing anyways. He has a maxed out SP hero and all of that. So I think with even all of this that's going on, this is the type of stuff that will crash the game. Gobo finishing it off right there. I've seen it. She's getting back to life. It's not enough. And I think she's dead here, right? Yeah. Yep. No, she came back to life. Right there. But at least they put up a fight, right? Where is she? Oh, I didn't know where she was. But that's summoners for you. Summoner matter. What can you do, You can only join them. Everybody else is running summoners or energy. Because again, it's either you're beating summoners with summoners or you're using energy to beat summoners. But again, I am going to come back. To her. That's why I'm kind of saving some of the stuff. I don't want to go too much into it because I'm going to end up revisiting her once I get her to EX40. So that's probably going to be some time from now because I need the red runes and max her out and see what she brings to the table. Because again, why not? Let's just do it here. Yeah, we don't have to wait, right? Let's just max her out while we're at it, right? We may not have the EX40, but we can max her out. So there you go. Like I said, I told you, this is one of those heroes that I'm not playing with. I don't play with summoners, right? Again, it's not that I'm not saying that I don't use them. When it comes to summoners, I want to build out an amazing summoner team. So having her maxed out is something that I want to do. This is the first SP that I've even maxed out this quick. I would not do this with any other hero. I've come to realize that I looked at all the heroes across the board and I realized that summoners are my favorite heroes in the game. I don't like hunters. I don't like energy. Vanguards I cannot stand. Tanks is a close second. Assassins, they're like middle of the pack for me. But when it comes to summoners, I go all out. So again, have her maxed out. Once I get her to EX40, we'll come back, we'll revisit to see what she brings to the table. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you made it this far into the video, the word of the day is summoner meta. Everybody's running summoners, and the only other team you will use, which is the counterpart, is energy, and that Ravenna is still slapping. Boy, is she good. So if you haven't brought your Ravenna to Awaken 7, you might want to do it. But if you're new to my channel, you want tips, guides, updates, all of that fun stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you join the Discord. We are 2 people away from hitting 100 people in the Discord. Wow. Great people over there. I also have a couple of people that will answer if I'm not in the Discord. So love that there. If you're rocking with me, you already know what to do. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below if you picked up a copy of the new SP Hero. Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.